Oh, I should get out of the seat, huh? I forget. We put Justin on the right side, right? That's...
I don't remember.
The side that
The what?
You cut off me too. The stream looks like butt cheeks right now, though.
What?
Yeah, the
At least
stream
on Discord it
quality.
does.
Yeah, the stream quality is really bad right now.
Oh.
And it's gone.
Yeah, he left. Mad at us for saying that.
He was mad at us. That's better.
Yeah, it is better. Nice.
I've already
Stop.
had it set to when I was doing another game. Right, Nick Zimmerman versus Justin Salmon of Team Foundry. Nick is from hometown TCG Ascent.
Justin, for the first time ever, not playing Prism. This man has literally never played another hero.
Is he washed up?
I think so.
That's a fair
There's been-
question.
Okay.
Dash versus.
Hey,
Prism.
Brandon, you know what to say. We actually
Yeah,
have
kinda.
a Prison player and a Dash player.
Yep, I
joining
started
us,
the game
so-
with Dash, actually.
You guys can
long,
help
long ago.
with that.
Traditionally, this used to be, or pre-Monarch, this was a favored for Dash, right? I mean, pre-Everfest.
Yeah, so it used to be that this was a pretty good matchup for Dash. Not amazing, but pretty good. Because you can just do like a bunch of pistol attacks without using any cards and then just pop an aura or hit him with a bunch of attacks, pop an aura. But now the Prism's sticking too. And also a lot of the mech decks, not all of them, but a lot of mech players are starting to go with a more low to the ground boost heavy deck. But they don't do nearly as much damage as a Rune Blade on that plan. So their aggro version is less aggro than a Rune Blade. And most people aren't running the control package. So this matchup's not great for that version of Dash. If you're still on control, Dash is probably pretty good. You just
What's
sit back,
interesting-
pop auras, and pray that they can't stick more than you can kill.
These
Yeah,
are the
they just
games I
have-
enjoy watching the most.
They just have so many auras, though, that like you can't try to aura fatigue them because 90% of their deck is auras.
Well, you can set
If
up with
they're on
maximum
the aura.
velocity turns and pop like 3 or 4 at a turn.
High Octane.
Or
High
yeah,
octane.
sorry, high octane.
Yeah, and I mean everyone runs 3 a high octane, so you know,
Oh yeah.
as long as he doesn't get them back to back, that could be huge.
I like these games because say a Dash's ability, say a Dash is about a 5 into Prism. When it's Justin playing, I feel he's got a higher, like a 6 or a 7, because he is so familiar with Prism, he knows what Prism hates the most.
Oh
So
yeah.
I like
True.
to see how he changes how he plays against Prism versus other Dashes.
It'd also really help as a Prism player knowing which auras to prioritize and which ones just to leave.
Yeah, and with the amount of practice, like Bill was saying, that Justin has, the prioritization, I can't say that word right now.
Priorities.
His priorities for the auras is going to be on point. We would assume.
I know Justin doesn't have that many Dash reps though. He's been playing a little bit lately, but not a ton. So see how well he actually knows the ins and outs of his own deck.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of practice on TTS, but I mean, 1 or 2 weeks on TTS is not anywhere close to that he has on practice on like his Prism deck.
I'm pretty sure I heard him proclaim that Levia is the best deck in format right now, so...
I heard that as well.
Yeah, he won't shut up about it. It's all he talks about is how good Levi is right now.
You heard it here first.
No, really. Giving out trade secrets for free. Alright, Justin winning the die roll. I assume we're choosing to go first.
You go first, here, right? Like, absolutely.
Yeah, I think against any
Item-
Prism, you're going first.
Item or arsenal, but
Being able to stick on item turn 1's amazing, but also denying them the double aura turn 1 is just too good. You can't let them go first, and then have them stick 2 auras and pass. And then you don't get to filter your hand, you don't get the arsenal, you don't get to put an item down.
but
I
a
think
lot
against
of
every Prism, you're going first.
A lot of the items don't have go again, so he could stick an item and then they could stick an aura in
Yeah,
and
that's true.
he couldn't, you know.
Well, I
So
think
maybe he
lately
just
he's been loading and then arsenaling and passing.
yeah, that's smart. I wonder what item he started with. I would assume induction.
Yeah, definitely induction.
I feel like anything besides
It
induction would
could
just be
start
bad.
pounder, but I think against Prism, induction is just way better.
I don't
Induction
think
has to be better.
Yeah, he has to be induction.
Bringing in the Visitronic Model I.
Yep.
Boy.
The Visitronic, in the testing that I did with him, it always seemed to be better for the high octane turns. It helped him a lot.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the card. I know he's hesitant to run anything that's not just generically good value like Skullcap.
What is
But I
happening?
think that this card's amazing. Yeah, these hands are awkward.
Look at this.
Prism's
ping is
starting with the
through
crown,
roof.
so I'm gonna try to get out a couple early auras and carry that lead to victory.
Yeah, I think his game plan is just to establish the aura lead early.
Yellow 0 to 60.
Here we go.
Boosting.
Probably not gonna see any damage this turn. Both players are gonna filter their hands. Just the most likely, as we
He
said, we'll just
boosted a
load and
technical
pass.
core. That is not what we
That's
like to see.
unfortunate.
So he did stick an item. We'll see if sorry, what's the other player's name? The prison player?
Nick.
See if Nick
So did he
can
do
stick an
this
aura
so
here.
that he could accuse Accelerator to destroy the aura? No.
No, it seems soon to be doing that.
It is, but I thought that's a cheeky thing I could see him doing.
The only
Dang,
time I could see him doing that there is if it was Genesis. It's probably worth popping the Genesis there.
him getting the ode as one of his first items is kind of rough.
Oh, I know what the problem is. This is on me.
Thank you downloading.
Yeah.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Saw the Epic Launcher pop up for a second. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Board say seems a little funky. Got a face down card on the board. Justin's hand is half invisible. There we go. I'd imagine this is a Wartune Herald coming in. Because he has one pitch and pitched a yellow. Most likely a Wartune Herald of some color.
Okay, yeah, now it's cleaning up. View still look
Or
good.
Miraging Metamorph. Pickle Pounder here won't boost any of his attacks, so typically, I mean, I want to know what that Herald was. It must have been a Wartune if it went to Soul.
Did he flip it?
And he took. What did he take off that Herald there? 32, so he took 6 off the Herald.
Was he there? Yeah.
So it's probably a blue Wartune. With an Ode attack to follow up and then a Haze Bending. That was a great turn for the person player.
Yeah, that was rough for Justin.
Why did he flip it?
I think it's just the client being buggy. Because on the same turn, Justin had 2 invisible cards in his hand at the start of the
It
turn.
should be good now.
But most likely that was a blue Wartune. He pitched a yellow, played an attack for just 1, hit him for 6, and it went to Soul. So most likely a blue Wartune here. Popping the Rigitronic right away. Does he have the high octane?
It would.
Nope, T-Bone. So if he can get, what, 4 T-Bones, he gets to the Tunic here.
Yeah, getting armor value would be sick.
Seeing he would block with the Ironhide and not the Crown. Because you block with the crown,
He's
you can.
actually gonna block with Ironhide. Maybe.
Is he? We'll see if they move on
Coming in
past
for
this or
5.
actually pay for it. I think Justin's explaining how this interaction works.
Oh, he did not actually block with
Just
it.
use Ironhide.
Another
Wow,
T-bone.
no way he has 4 T-bones, right?
Now it's gonna be Crown.
No way he's this much of an animal.
I hope it's all T-bones.
He's moving things pretty excitedly. I don't know.
He does get like that.
He did take a lot of damage last turn too. And with the Visitertronic, it is somewhat easy for him to be able to find a 4th T-bone if he has 2 or 3 of them. We're assuming he runs all of the colors.
Oh.
There's red, red, yellow.
There's the
Come on,
third.
does he have one more?
I don't think
3
so.
cards to have one more.
Alright, give us the boots.
If you have the 4th T-bone here, you definitely take the tunic over killing an aura for sure. Oh, you can still pistol.
Oh, 100%. And you can still pistol, yeah. Get the boots.
Come on, 4th
Hang into the
T-bone.
boots this time.
Chooses to pay 1. This is yellow, you will take 1, yep. T-bone number 4?
Oh,
Got
he did.
T-bone
him.
number 4.
That's
Turn
ridiculous.
turn 2, kill the tunic. And is that one red?
That's a red
Yeah.
one.
So here's 3 red T-bones and a yellow T-bone. Still has a card in hand to pitch for loading if he wants to, or against Arsenal at the end of the turn. So he'll take 2 here, lose your tunic.
That's brutal.
That's some
T-bone
pretty
goes
good.
from being a pretty mediocre card to being an amazing card in this scenario.
Your opponent
Yeah,
basically
that-
starting the game without a chess piece.
Yep.
And for the how good of a start the prison player had, this is a definitely good. Like gets it back in Justin's court a little bit.
Look at the 4 T-bones. What an animal. Pistol most likely going at the Ode here. I know the Haze Bendy can make a lot of value, but well, it depends on what kind of plan Justin's on. Seems like he's all in on the aggro plan. So most likely he wants to race, so most likely you take the Ode.
Yeah, I always take the yellows for the most part first.
Haze Bending is the one blue I contemplate hitting first.
Same.
Haze Bending throughout the course of a game will generate so much value.
Yeah, he's got to be going for haze bending this time.
If he wants to actually sit back and hit auras, he's getting the Haze Bending. If he wants to race, he's going at the Ode.
Yeah.
Yep. So he'll make a shield. Still has 2 floating, so he'll either pitch a yellow here to play another shield, or another aura, or just make a shield.
That was a huge turn for Justin. Great value out of the
It's exciting to see the
He
Visitronic.
chooses just to make another shield. Yeah, what a heathen. 4 T-bones. What a sicko.
Mostly red too. That's the crazy part.
All 3 reds and 1 yellow.
And the first one coming with a pounder, pulling another card too. It's great.
So the 2 shields and the Eldrath though means there could be a lot of pressure here. No cards in soul means that he can't go again naturally without a 1-cost attack here. You need a War Tune or a Miraging Metamorph. Okay, not bad.
no Arsenal. You don't feel bad
Not
about
the end of
this
the
at
world,
all.
yeah. No Arsenal. I doubt Justin has the D-Reacts in here, so we don't care about that part or the Arsenal part. Yeah, just choose to take 6.
Take 7 from that?
Yeah. Eldrath is just a
Oh,
source.
it's source. Okay. Oh.
Oh, that's sweet.
This is nice because it'll let Justin most likely be able to kill the Spectral Shields by swinging attacks in. pop the Ode and hold up an action point
Yeah, hold
for
an
any
action button at the end of turn for any shenanigans.
for anything that Nick might try to do. Assuming we can get 2 or 3 action points built up here at least. Super hit for what is this 4? Or
Pounder.
5? I think 3 is blue.
5.
Yeah, so 5.
Yeah, so 5.
Where did the second resource? Oh, high octane.
Octane, yeah.
Soul
Shields
shielding
supposed to be
is
fully
zipper hit.
blocked.
Feels weird.
So most likely, I mean, he has no 4 cost aura here. Yellow aura. Justin's free to just swing all of his attacks, and I mean, he could from Arsenal, I guess. They had an Arsenal card. Justin free to just go face, try to get some spectral shields here. Thinking.
Is it just time to use that extra action point on the Ode?
Possibly. I don't know how much Justin values. He had a maximum velocity there, so he lost one of his pop cards for the
I don't think he's
Phantasms.
worried about that right now, though. That's hard to say.
Losing a maximum velocity kind of sucks for the pop cards, but it's not the end of the world.
When
It's pretty
he's
whatever.
putting the pressure, you feel okay about it. If he were struggling,
I'm curious what it means that he wanted the extra resource there.
yeah. Is there a throttle
I
here?
don't know dash lists well enough anymore.
Spark.
Okay.
Huh. Spark for a Tecmo
Pitching
core?
another blue, so he's gonna get or yellow.
Oh no, he's
so.
getting Pounder if he's pitching into it. That's a red.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a yellow. That looks like a red. That doesn't work like.
He's paid for. X is 2. Goes and gets a Tekla Pounder.
Oh.
Zoom in. Interesting.
That's rough. You really want to
Yeah,
clear
that's
some
out there.
shields. If he gets a blue, he feels so much better about this.
Yeah, not getting a blue was really rough.
Nick's probably feeling pretty good. Looking at that turn starting out, I would expect to lose a lot more than that.
Yeah, the tournament's surprisingly not great. Another Tekla Pounder is another 6 damage on the board, though. And makes his first attack come in for anywhere from 5 to, like, 9, depending on what attack it is. Nick's swinging for 1. We'll see who plays a yellow aura in response. Yep. Get an extra. Give them all go again. 1 floating, so won't be able to do anything else this turn. Just swings 3 attacks.
That's big.
Leading on throttle. This is for, what,
10.
6 by net normally? So,
10, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 10.
10. That's a big hit. Nick's almost for sure going to be losing shields here. Unless he wants to give him 3 whole cards to still lose 1. He could soul shield plus cards, still lose 1.
And Justin's going to be taking damage from breaking the shields.
Yeah.
So he could be potentially taking 3 on his own turn.
Yeah, that'd be the one downside to popping this Achilles early, is that he would no longer have the barrier.
I still cannot grasp in my head that that's important against Prism to a degree.
Yeah, to some extent, you really want it. I mean, there are
I've
definitely hands where you just don't care about it. But
I've
then
been
you
dealt
have
a
games like
lot of
this
damage.
where
Yeah.
you have games like this where he's trying to threaten plus pop auras, and a merciful throughout a long game like that can do a lot of damage.
Justin is really antsy right
Not at home on his Prism deck.
He's feeling what it feels like.
Okay, so Nick will just take 8. Justin will take. We'll see if he
2.
takes 2 or if he decides to barrier this.
If he pitches a blue, he can not take any, but then he's gonna not get an arsenal card.
Yeah, you can pitch a blue here, and he has 2 left to load with. Yeah.
Okay, he can still load.
So if he wants to, he can load once, shoot a merciful, induction chamber, reload, shoot, and then hold the action point. See what he decides to do here.
now. He doesn't have an extra
And then
action
still
point.
have an arsenal.
He doesn't have an action
So-
point. Induction chamber gives go again, not an action point.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So he can shoot him for 2. Yeah. Reload.
Load it and
Shoot.
shoot it merciful.
Probably just gonna go with the merciful, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goes for a
No
spark.
spark for a Teklo core.
Yep.
Leaving merciful is an interesting play. I mean, Core is really good, but
He gets an arsenal card here. Oof, Genesis is worst case scenario.
With the deck how it is nowadays, though, it could brick next turn.
Yeah, but there's a good chance that with a full card hand, he just keeps the one that he wants to put in the soul here.
Yeah, but if he draws a blue,
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying.
yeah,
You definitely could draw a blue here
it's
and
still
not
good, but like
be able to attack.
you're not as afraid of like being a guaranteed yellow or something.
Right.
Okay, it's a 0 cost aura, I'm pretty sure.
So yellow here threatens 4 damage. A blue it just goes with the board, most likely. If it's a blue
He's-
Herald, you probably just arsenal it.
Based on him looking at
Crown.
Crown, it's a blue Herald. Yep.
Yeah. That's not a good trio of auras, though, that you want to see.
Yeah.
Very.
It's funny
It
that
just has a high
bad turn
octane.
for
It
the
needs
Prism
to
here
be
is
a cleaning turn.
still an amazing turn.
Does Crown not take the...
Ooh.
Oh, no.
But high octane doesn't care about that, right?
No,
No,
High
Octane
Octane gives
won't
you...
care.
Yeah, it's got action points.
Actually, no, you can't boost.
Just the whole hand. Yeah, so boost is part of the cost, right?
It gives you an extra...
Is it a part of the cost?
I believe so. I believe boost is part of the cost.
Oh,
So
then
if
you
part of the
can't-
cost, you would get the boost, you would get the action point. So if he has a high octane here, it's great. If not, this is a
He can also Achilles.
rough board. Yeah, he can Achilles.
Which he's gonna get a lot of damage through.
This was an insane couple sequence of draws from the Prism here. We went from having just Merciful to having all of this
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I think
scary...
in a turn and a half. If he's got it, you just do it. Nothing to think about here. Doesn't have it. So he's gonna pitch to block the arcane here, but his one's gonna
He's
make another
gonna
spectral shield.
accelerators for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sold that you do. Did he boost? Did you choose the boost?
Yeah, he boosted.
If you boosted, then he probably is. Because you don't have to boost. Yep, there it goes.
He has a 4-card hand right now. With no cards in opponent's hand.
Justin's deck's looking already thin.
Red 0 to 60.
And the poor Tekla Pounder lost a counter too, just to add insult to injury.
Yellow zipper hit for 4.
Okay, we're getting some damage in.
$60.50.
And Justin may just switch gears here and start going right at Nick.
Probably a red in hand, I'm guessing. Oh, it's a blue.
Okay, that's decent.
So you get 2 more damage in. And you get a pop haze bending? Or
Genesis, probably, right?
No, not Genesis. You don't have Genesis here because he has no cards in hand.
yeah.
You can hit
Oh,
Genesis next turn if you
yeah.
want. But most likely you're hitting. Man, it's always so hard to choose between these two. Haze bending is by far the best blue. There he goes. He's going face.
Okay.
It's nice to make
So
the
an
pivot. So
Arclight
we
could
are
end the game.
racing. Arclight here is this is most likely game over. Unless Justin hits the high octane here, an Arclight here is most likely the end of the game.
Starts with Techlocore, 2 reasons.
See if opponent responds again.
Yeah. The only thing that would save Justin would be a high octane if he had Arclight.
Here
Techlocore.
too. There you go. Any response? Oh,
Like it.
With 1 pounder and Goliath Gauntlet still up, he could do it.
oh yeah, you can still throw in a bunch of damage here. Especially he runs payload, and that could just has dominate, right?
Yep, payload has dominate,
Oh,
and
if you boosted this turn.
yeah, so he
Oh, this
could see
combat chain. How's Goliath Gauntlet read?
Goliath Gauntlet. You have
You'd
to
pop it
break.
at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually do it for the. Um,
Interesting. Trying to feel out the situation before playing any cards from hand.
Using the Ironhide still is enough to make Spectral if he chooses to.
and Spectral's 2, or he could use Footsteps.
So like load the pistol. Chain breaks, Ironhide breaks.
He keeps going towards Goliath Gauntlet. I think he's.
I think it gets popped this turn.
What was that?
A magnetic shockwave, I think. Oh no, it was a.
Dissolution Sphere. Yep, there's the gauntlets.
there's
So you
the-
can.
Imagine you start with something small that doesn't use Gauntlet. Yeah, so that's coming in for 5.
There goes a
Yep.
high octane off the top. Unfortunately.
5 and pounder's gone.
He's for sure got was it payload? Dominate attack?
Could be throttle also.
Oh yeah, it could be throttle.
But for
Throttle
sure it has
cost-
to be throttle or payload.
Throttle cost 2.
Yeah. So it's throttle or payload.
Does payload cost 2?
Yes.
So yeah.
Payload has to have another tech dominated this turn. So you can go like pitch, payload.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
And 2 floating.
Is that a blue?
Yeah.
No, it's a
Okay, so 2 floating. So this
Doesn't
is
matter
for
though, so
7
8.
dominate. 8 dominate.
That's good. That's huge.
So what it can go.
Oh.
Oh no.
So it's still gonna
The worst
squeeze
case.
2 through.
And soul shield. So he still gets 1 through.
Oh man.
Or I thought he was in special 2. Gets 2 through. Well, his opponent here can't make another aura.
Is
He has the yellow. He gets to push 4 on his next turn.
But it'll just give him another chance to find Arclight or something.
2 soul
Nemesis.
shields down for the prism. That's unfortunate. Looks like we're. Oh, okay. Genesis, he's gonna respond and make a shield. Yep. So getting it for 5 this turn, putting Justin to 14 with no blocks.
Block maybe.
I'm not blocking any of this if I'm Justin.
Yeah, I
You have
agree.
Teklo and you have the pressure. Like, why not just block one?
Because you can block
never
later
know.
if you have to.
Yeah, you never know if you're gonna need it later, especially.
It just doesn't change if you block now or later. But later you could block threatening on hit like Air Edition or with just Teklo and a card. Or you could block a card when it has an Eldrath behind it. There's just no reason to block there.
Zoom in.
Opt 1.
We're in for 3.
Yeah, through the shields.
Yep. Man, this is the dream state when I'm on Prism is these 3 auras. Specifically, Merciful, Haze Bending plus anything else is just backbreaking. The amount of value you start generating is huge.
Yeah, with the Genesis as the kicker is just rough
Yeah.
for Justin.
I'm gonna block 3, 2 floating. So hop in the shields. Justin will have 2 coming at him.
No, we're not popping the shields.
What's for
Zoom
5,
in is
right?
for 3. Oh, it's 5.
Yeah.
Looks like 3. Oh, it was a. Took the 2. 2 cards in hand. Justin has at least 3 more attacks, probably.
Yeah, including pistol. He has
His
one
opponent
floating.
having 2 blocks means that best case, if Justin's attacks only do 3, he has 2 zeros, which is rough now. He's used all 3 red.
He might not have
T-bones.
attacks.
I think he's used 1 or 2 0 to 60s.
Well, he has guaranteed 2 attacks from his Teklo,
Yeah.
which I think it's right here to throw a Teklo and then see what the response is. Interesting. I wonder what the cards in Nick's hands are, because it's.
So Nick's gonna take 1 coming back at Justin. Takes the 1. So none floating. Can't use Prism again this turn. Ooh, a Throttle's pretty good, but is that blue?
Yeah,
Can't tell.
that's a blue.
Little less good.
Yeah, 2 no blocks in hand.
And he can't block.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, the last 2 cards are auras. Justin sniffs it out as a longtime Prism player.
That's
And
crazy.
says, alright, well, Prism can't be activated again this turn. No more armor. Man, the
That was so
turn
quadruple
2
T-bone
play.
turn.
Wow. Good
Yeah,
game to Justin. Good
denying
game to
that
Nick.
value. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
I
game.
think it would have been at least 2 resources this turn, and a 1 block when you needed it, and not just because on turn 2.
Yeah,
Great.
both.
Now Justin's never gonna cut T-Bone from his deck. For the rest of his life now, he's gonna put T-Bone in every single mech deck he plays just because that just
And
happened
all
for
week
him.
he's been complaining about T-Bone, and it won him this game.
I know. And now he's gonna never drop it. He's gonna talk about how it's the best card in mech. Well, congrats to Justin.
I
Yeah,
believe
Prism
that
played
means
well, I think.
that game 5 of the week for the teams is between Mitch and another hometown TCG player, and that game will decide the week.
Oh,
It's
wow.
2-2 right now.
And that's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Dang.
Right on.
We got
Hey, great game. You
All right. Watch the stream, everybody.